thanks for joining us today and for listening to this fabulous conversation we're having about our very own children's telethon. And in the studio with us, as you know, is the Chief Barker. I got that right?
Correct. AKA
and John DeShulo, who explained what the Barker and the tent and all is all about. We saw in the clip before so many volunteers that were participating, whether they're in the studio, whether they participate beforehand on the day of the telethon. Could you tell our viewers how they could get involved?
Actually, the telethon is a thank you parade of all of the people that have stepped up to raise money for the telethon. Okay, we're talking about the unions, many of the unions getting involved. We're always looking for people that'll do fundraising for us, and if they're not able to do a fundraiser with a dress down day at their place of employment, or we have hearts that are available that people can post in their places of business. We ask for donations from corporations, from businesses, the food industry. Who am I forgetting, Janet? There's so many people that are involved.
Well, and young people. We really need to put the pitch there to encourage people who have young families who have benefited from the charities that the Variety Club supports and also Oshai Children's Hospital. Something so simple as Diane said, as a dress down day or a baked goods sale, or one of our clients here at WBBZ, Babcia's Pierogies, are going to have a carnival at the Broadway Market on the Saturday prior to the telethon. So they're going to have a few hours there and have some carnival rides. So that'll raise whatever it raises. If it's $1 more, it's $1 more that the charity has. And we don't look at goals. The telethon's raised millions of dollars, and it's $1 million plus last year. Not much more than $1 million, but $1 million. But if we don't raise $1 million, we don't raise $1 million. But we raise what we can. And as Diane said, it's a big thank you parade. So if you want to call the Variety Club, 854-7577, you can do that. And what the website's varietybuffalo.org. Yeah, so you can find out all the information.
And you made a point before, which we want to talk about a little bit, that the telethon is not the only event, it's the culmination of a lot of efforts and other fundraising events that take place during the year.
That's correct. Year-round fundraisers, we have a cruise night. Everybody's welcome to come out. It's every Tuesday night, starting in May, and it goes to September. And the funds that we raise there through food and beverage, there's no charge to bring your car in. It's a fun time. John's been there. I invite you, Judge, to come out. It's really a lot of fun. That's one way we're raising money. There's a meat raffle coming up, actually, on January 24th. The Shred and Reagan 7th annual meat raffle is coming up. And I would be remiss not to mention the Variety Club women. They have their largest fundraiser the Sunday prior to the telethon. I believe it's February 24th or 23rd.
Sunday before the telethon, yeah.
Before the telethon this year. Tickets are available by contacting the Variety office, once again, at 854-7577, or visiting our website for more information at varietybuffalo.org.
And the Variety Club has a new facility. It's at Old Knights of Columbus Hall on Broadway in Lancaster. So the facility itself used to be downtown on Delaware Avenue. That facility became a little bit, I think it had its day. It's been sold and moved on.
Actually, we do have a wonderful banquet hall, and
we should mention that.
Would really hear about it if I didn't mention it. The banquet hall is available for rent for showers, for weddings, for all sorts of events, meat raffles. Shred and Reagan's meat raffle will be there next Friday. So, that's another way you can get involved by renting our banquet hall.
Now let's talk about the telethon itself. What's going to be new this year with the master?
Well, it's, as I said, a team effort. And, as we mentioned, Channel 7 had done it for many, many years. And I was there for many of those telethons. This year, some changes happened, and the telethon and the Variety moved it over to Channel 2 and to WBBZ. So it's going to be a split event. Saturday night, February 29th, from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. at Channel 2, with our friends there, Scott Levin, Mary Alice Demler, and the entire Channel 2 news team will be there at the Seneca Niagara Event Center. And the Goo Goo Dolls will be performing live. And I was on the phone with them just the other day. Not the Goo Goos themselves. We don't get to the Goo Goos. We're not at that level. We get to the manager. But they're going to perform. And
they're so devoted to Buffalo. I bet they'd talk to you themselves.
They will, when we get that close. Maybe my knees will buckle too.
They will.
Sure. But the Goo Goo Dolls have, Johnny Resnick and Robbie Takak are now parents. And they are the proud fathers of their young children. And so it resonates differently with them than it did 20 years ago when we had first asked them to come on. So they'll be on the Saturday. Terry Buckwald, Buffalo's Elvis
Very
tribute
own
artist, and then other local musicians on Sunday when it moves to WBBZ, starting at 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. The Buffalo Touch with our own Ron Dombrowski, because we have Polka Buzz. Kim Piazza, Serendipity Swing from What's the Buzz in Western New York. Mercedes Wilson will be joining us. You'll be joining us, Judge Penny, to talk to our viewers. And we're going to have a tribute to vets. And we're working on some very special things right now. I can tell you that if this all comes to be, it'll be a very inspirational moment. And two very different telethons, two very different television events. The one on Channel 2, it'd be a little different, more on the entertainment side. The one on WBBZ will be more with entertainment, but a little bit more on the pitch and the corporate match. And so we're proud to have everybody participate. And with our bank of celebrities that WBBZ and MeTV have, we're hoping that we can get some of those classic folks to, if nothing else, send some video to wish Buffalo and Western New York well.
And then how did we get involved, we WBBZ, to begin with? I mean, from the change.
Well, in television in Western New York, there's relationships. And our relationship at WBBZ with Paul Cambria, with Diane, based on my connection with the telethon over the years. I had been producing it even though it was on Channel 7, and Phil Arno graciously allowed that to happen, and Chris Musial here at WBBZ. So we did, and I don't pay to do that, so we worked together. But then this year when the changes happened, Paul Cambria and Diane said, would you be interested? And of course we'd be interested. And I think the station makes a lot of sense for that. And of course Channel 2 is energized for it as well. So we're putting a fresh face on this event, and we hope that people really resonate. And you can donate online now at Buffalo, at the Variety Kids, varietybuffalo.org.
VarietyBuffalo.org.
I better get the website right.
There's a Donate Now button. Just click on it.
Yeah, so if you can't watch, we're going to stream it on the Facebook page of Variety Club, and we're hoping that Channel 2 streams it on their website.
And it is a natural to be here because we are Buffalo's own locally owned station, and it fits for such an important charity and event that we are involved.
Yeah, Phil talked about growing up with the telethon,
Yes.
in North Buffalo,
Yes.
and contributing
Yes.
all those years ago, as Chris Musial did, as you have.
Yes, and also we want to talk a little bit about one of the focuses of the telethon, the purpose for the telethon, which is children, to help children in one way or another, no matter whether it's Oshai or whether it's the other groups. And there's always a family or a child and a family that are like, I don't know if you call it the poster child, but what do we call it? The celebrity family. And we'd love to know a little bit more about them this year, who they are.
Okay.
Go ahead, Di.
Okay. Our celebrity child for 2020 is Amelia Faye. She prefers to be called Emmy, and once you meet her, she's so personable. Her smile lights up the whole room. She's 40 years old. She was diagnosed when she was, I believe, 3 years old with CP. She goes to Aspire. She goes to one of the places that we actually donate money for, and that would be the swimming pool under the Robert Warner auspices. Okay, so that's how we actually got to meet her. Our telethon chairperson, Frank Lignos, and Carol McMahon, a longtime member and head of the Heart Committee, they went out and they basically interviewed her, and the family was wonderful. They're from Lancaster, New York. So I can't wait for you to meet her. I can't wait for you to meet her.
When we say family, the whole family of the child is always involved, of the celebrity
That's
child,
right.
correct?
Correct. And I have to tell you, this year our honorary chairpersons are Jen and Allison Basil. Okay, they fell in love with her when they first met her. And the vignette that you've done.
Yeah, we did the
with
Christmas,
the family.
we did the Christmas promo, and John and Allison Basil from the Basil family of dealerships. Also neighbors of Paul Cambria. So see what I mean about the relationships?
You see what we say about Buffalo or Western New York, everyone's
Right.
related at 2 degrees of separation
Yeah.
or something. It turns out to be very true.
It's true. It's
It
true.
turns out
And
to
you know,
be-
you have a healthy granddaughter. We were just talking about your granddaughter before the show,
Yes.
and a healthy daughter. And those things mean a lot.
Yes,
and-
it does. That's why it's so successful, I think, because year after year, because so many people have been touched. I mean, whether it's their children, their grandchildren, by something, either Oshai itself or, as you said, needing the services of one of the other charities that receive the money.
Correct.
Boys and Girls Club, this, they're all, everybody benefits that has anything to do with children.
That's right. They've been
And
touched.
that's everybody. So we have enough time just for you to like repeat everything you said
I'm just gonna say-
again before.
The event, February 29th, March 1st, on February 29th on Channel 2, March 1st on WBBZ, varietybuffalo.org for information.
Well, thank you both so much. And
Thank
Phil
you,
Arno
Judge.
will be back next week, and we will continue to do more soon about the Variety Club and the Variety Kickoff and the telethon and everything in the weeks ahead, and we'll keep you informed. I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang, and thank you so much for watching The Big Picture and WBBZ-TV.